already Veronica has tuned in. Say kaka, dada, mambo vipi. So my guys, it's your boy Chef Matiko, African village boy, coming live from Europe. You know, today we're going to discuss about difference between cultures when it comes to marriage. I'm talking about Africa and Europe. So I'm coming live from this beautiful place, as you can see. Let me just turn around just to show you around this street, right? So I'm coming live from this beautiful place. I think I'll do this video while I'm walking. It will be much interesting. So if you're tuning in, please like this video, share, so that we can get more audience to come with us, to come and join us in this amazing journey of talking, all right? So I can see one person tuned in. Please share the live. Tupo watching. All right, Nikon Dani. Those are my people. Feline Tishi, thank you so much for coming in. So let's start. Before we start with the topic of discussion, tell me how you're doing and everything. How everything is at your plate, you know, at your side. So I'm coming live, I've told you, from this beautiful surrounding. So let me show you around before we talk about the topic of the day. So this is a street. I'm coming live from Madrid, a place called Moncloa. So this is how things looks like here. So you can see this street here. Beautiful architecture over here. Actually, the streets are named here. Every street is named. For example, you can see this is Calle Domenico. Can you see that? Scarlatti. All right, can you see that? And beside me on the left is a very good place. It's a tribunal, actually. Over there is a tribunal. So we will talk about differences between African marriages and, of course, European culture. Of course, you know that I come from Africa and I'm living now in Europe. So I have an idea of what is going on. So I decided to share with you Jambo Jambo. That is Lucy Blessings. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. People are just joining. Thank you so much for showing love to your boy. So I'll be speaking Swahili, a little bit of Swahili and English for people to get me. For people who are watching me from all over the world, they can get me in English. And of course, because I'm talking about Swahili culture or my village culture, I'll chip in with some Swahili words. Ndio. I can see somebody Clary say Lucy naona uko right on time. Uko right on time, manze. So today let's just go direct to the talk of the day. So in African marriage, you understand, those people who are watching me from Africa, they understand what I'm talking about. But for to educate those people who come from Europe, so let me tell you something about African marriage. So African marriage, first, if you want, a long time ago, there was something called female genital mutilation. That is a process that a girl goes when for her to be called a woman, a mature woman. She used to go through that process, you know, the cut, and then after that she was ready for marriage. But nowadays it's different. People are educated, girls know their rights, and there are no more. The cases of mutilation and genital cuts are very low nowadays. So I'll just talk about traditional marriages, and right now, then I'll go to marriages in Europe. So stay with me and like this video if you are enjoying, and of course, share it for us to get more audiences. All right. So a long time ago, African marriages were conducted. So, for example, they believe that a man in Africa, until now, a man is supposed to marry a woman. All right. Not like here in Europe. So let me talk of Africa first before I go to Europe. You know, so Africa, men are supposed to marry women, and we believe that men are in charge of the house. Thank you so much Tishi, nice to see you here. Thank you so much for your support. All right. So we believe in Africa that women are married and men are head of the house. Get that? That is believed all over Africa, all over until today. So a man is in charge of the house, and a woman is there to help the man. You know, that companionship. So they believe marriage is for maybe getting children. You know, as a reward, as a fruit of marriage are children, right? So marriage in Africa is conducted. So the men family first, before long time ago. For example, in my community, if somebody wanted to marry, let's say a beautiful girl, the man could come and take the girl and go with the girl to his home. Then later, the family of the man could come back to the family of the girl and report that your girl has been taken with our boy. So they negotiate, they plan, and someone is getting married. But nowadays, first there is that process of friendship for them to know each other, just like Europe. So that's that process. Then they agree, you know, without even parents knowing. So this is girlfriend-boyfriend relationship. Then later, when they are sure about what they are, maybe they are happy with their relationship or something like that, right? They can introduce themselves to the parents. For example, the boy can go with the girl to the family of the boy, then introduce the girl to the family. Then again, the girl will go with the boy to the family and introduce. Then they will plan, and slowly they agree. Then there is this thing called dowry. Dowry in Africa. African dowry is paid by men family, right? Mark that. Africa dowry is paid by men. So like in my village, they pay with cows. So depending with the agreement of two families, the girl's family and the boy's family, so they pay dowry by cows, maybe goats, and sheep. So depending, but specifically and mostly they pay the dowry with cows. So after the agreement of the boyfriend, maybe introducing the girl to the family and vice versa, so the girl will come, the boy will come and agree if they want to get married. So if they come to an agreement, the family of the boy will go to the family. Nimefika wapi nilikuwa nimestep out. Nimefika wapi tulikuwa okay, tuko tu hapa hivi tunapiga story. Tuko tu hapa hivi tunapiga story poa poa. So the girl will the boy's family will agree with the girl's family. Then they agree on the dowry payment, the day, everything, and now they will plan the wedding. For how long does it take for them to introduce each other? It depends. It does not matter as long as they are sure with what they love and everything. So in my village, it doesn't matter. It can take 1 year, 6 months, 3 months. It depends with the two couples. Then they pay. The dowry is paid, and of course the cows are taken to the family of the girl, and the dowry is paid. And now the arrangement of the wedding begins. You know, that day. You know, first the dowry is paid, then second, the girl. The arrangement of the wedding, the actual date is planned. All right. So then they get married very with those cultures. So for example, in my village, it's like 4 days. 4 days celebration. The first 2 days is to plan the wedding, the cooking. So in the girl's home, so there is this planning. Maybe they have to kill a cow, goats, all those things at the previous day, so that to prepare the meals for the family of the boy who will come to take the girl. Maybe so. For example, if the wedding is tomorrow, so everything is done 2 days before in the girl's side. So they prepare, and then the girl's family invite the man family. They eat together. They make a very big party, eat together, they sleep, the girl's family sleep, they invite all the family of the girl's side, they sleep, so that they wait for the boy's family to come and take the girl. So there is eating, there is drinking, there is sharing, everything, call it. And then the next day, now the family of the boy comes and goes with the girl to the other side. And of course, the same happens. They eat, they dance, they do everything, right? That is after actually they've paid the dowry. And of course, nowadays in Africa, if you want, you can. If there is that an agreement of those men, the elder men of the family. If you want to pay dowry little by little, you can. But if you want to pay once, you can do it again. All right. So they marry, and they have blessings from the parents. So that is very complicated, a little bit complicated in Africa, and but that's how it goes in most of the. We have a lot of things to do in the wedding, but in Europe, it's kind of different because life in Europe is the cultures are very different from those of Africa. In Europe nowadays, a man with a woman, right? So that is something that is so different, because in Africa you cannot even the laws are they can't allow you. But nowadays some places in Europe, a man marry with a man and a girl marry with a girl, or vice versa, or a boy to a girl, so that some cultures like that, they're very different from African cultures, because you cannot nowadays, I think there is no African country that has put it legal that a man should marry a man until today. So it's very difficult to find a man marrying a man in Africa, or a woman. It's even prohibited. In my village, you cannot even try to do that. Leave about marrying, even dating. They will say you are, I don't know what you are, even you are an outcast. So it's very different, different cultures, because you cannot marry a man, or a man marrying, or a girl marrying. All right. And of course, in my village, they believe if your girl, they used to, no, nowadays no, but long ago, they used to believe that if a girl is not getting married, maybe when he's just there, maybe he's around his 40s, her 40s, all right, and he's not married, or a man is not married on his maybe say 30. They say it's like a curse, They used to say it's like a curse, For example, let me talk about when you are 18 in Africa, you are an elder, like many countries. So, for example, in my village, you cannot even live in the same house with your mother. Even if you cannot, they just build a house for you, because you are now a grown-up. They are just preparing you for life, to become independent. But in Europe, you can live even with your mother until you are 70, even 80, all right, in the same house. But in my village, that is prohibited. That is, it's not allowed that you sleep the same house with your parents. No, as a boy, you have to. Girls, they may be. Girls, they may be. Girls, they may be allowed. But boys, you can't. It's very awkward if a boy sleeps the same house with the parents. So most African homes, they build the boys' house different, but in the same in the same compound, but a little bit separate to the mother's house. But nowadays, at least people getting married to, let me say, boys, they pressure you to get married nowadays. To get married maybe when you are 30, 40s, and the girls too. But nowadays it's not that, some people, they're not even married, but they are accepted in the family, and they live a happy life. It's not like long ago it was believed like it's a curse. So nowadays they are open-minded. Okay, so let me talk about a little bit of marriage in Europe. So I've started by mentioning that in Europe, some countries allow uh, a boy to marry a boy, a girl to marry a girl, or a boy to marry a girl, and vice versa. So that you can absolutely you cannot try that in Africa. You cannot live about maybe even dating. Some countries don't allow that. They don't. So the cultures, they're very different. And to date a boy dating a boy in Europe, it's very normal, very normal. But in Africa, it's they see you as someone who is crazy, someone who is you know, you can't have that freedom. Okay, you can date, but you cannot be that free. You know, you can even be hiding your boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, so it's a little bit different between cultures, and you can even tell. You can tell. So if you've never visited Africa, one day if you have a chance to visit Africa, then believe me, you'll be shocked with the cultures. But we are good with the cultures, like just like Europe are good with their cultures. So in Europe, there is even civil marriage. There is civil marriage. You just agree with your partner. You just go in a lawyer, judges agree, you're married, and you get it. You know, it's and nowadays even in Africa, it's there. Civil marriage, just go allow, but traditionally is a bit different. And of course, here again there is a similarities of marrying civil marriage, and in Africa and Europe is the same, because they only allow you to marry one person. But traditionally in Africa, you can marry even 2 wives, 3 wives. Like let me say, like the Muslim tradition, it allows you to marry as many wives as you can. So it's very normal. So if you're just joining, thank you so much for joining. Please like and subscribe down there for more videos to come in, because I promise to be going live these hours, so that we get to know each other, we get to educate one another, we get to share cultural differences, so that we get an idea of what is going on between Africa, Europe, because now I'm talking about Africa and Europe. Maybe in the future I'll be talking somewhere else like Asia. I'll bring in America, you know. So let's keep subscribing and of course supporting this life. So in Europe, I've told you, marriage can be in either person, man to man, girl to girl. In some countries, not all countries, and dating can be man to man, girl to girl, and people does not see it as a big deal. Trust me, they don't see it as a big deal. But in Africa, that is a big deal. So for example, imagine in my village where I come from, that you are dating a boy, they will see you as a curse. They see it as a curse. You know, if you agree with me, just comment down there if you come from Africa, so that people should not say that I'm lying, or because that's what we believe in. We believe in Africa, So that is in Europe is not very complicated. There is again similarities where couples go to church, get married, and getting married in church, just like in Africa, that agreement and marriage between one person, one person, 2 people, but you cannot marry, like, it does not allow you to marry another person unless you've divorced, It's just like civil in Africa where I come from, in Kenya. Let me say in Kenya, because I don't know if other countries have, in Europe, some people think Africa is a country. And that is a very good idea to Africans. Like European Union, we can have African Union. African, like one, like it's a continent, yes, but European Union, African Union, but you understand what I get? They think that Africa is one country, some people. and that is so good. Imagine Africa could just be one country. You know, it's very good. All right, so let's keep going. I show you around. I just pass over there, then let me go up, then I show you, because I'm in a playground where kids play, and you can see here I'm in a park, but I won't film kids because the law does not allow that. All right, as we keep going, please like the video, give it a, you know, give it a comment so that we can all enjoy. All right, so that is some differences between African and European cultures about marriage, because in Europe it's not that complicated, and of course in Europe they invite maybe the two families and friends, and it's one day, let me say it's one day, and it's done. And in Africa, I've told you, it even goes for 4 days. People are just eating and eating. And in Europe, I've not had the payment of dowry. I've not had. So they just invite you, get married, they invite you and mostly they do it maybe if to eat, they do it in a restaurant. In a restaurant, they do it in a restaurant or a big field. Like nowadays, what people in cities in Africa do. But in our village is at home. Do it at home, because Africans have very big compounds. So in Europe, it's kind of complicated because other homes are more homes are like apartments. So let me, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Let me. So for example, this is a colegio, pero but like that one, that is a home. So you get so many people living there. All right. So it's difficult to do something like that. So you get them going to the restaurant and doing it there, and it's mostly one day, maybe let me say from the morning to night, then drink together, then the following day everybody does mind his or her own business, you know. They go back to, you know, marriage is over. But in Africa, it takes like 4 days in both families. So a minimum of 4 days, because preparation, you know, African, those cultures, you have to eat. And remember, it started so long time ago. It's not like, will you marry me, then you prepare the wedding and that it. Remember, it started by parents, the family paying dowry and everything. But here there is it's just easy as that. So for those people who are just joining today, for those people who are watching this video for the first time, I appreciate you for coming in. Please keep on sharing this live, and comment down below, and let your boy get to 3K subscribers. All right, so that when I come in, we talk about more things, so that it can be fun. All right, I'm planning to go in the street, at least do some content, at least to be more fun, to bring more fun and more audience and more, you know, that activeness of a channel, so that you can have you can enjoy, you can laugh, you can just, this channel, I want this channel to be an example. Like, if you're bored, you can just come in my channel and you enjoy. All right, so I'll end this live there, and of course, remember to tell a friend that Chef Matiko is always here. We educate ourselves, we share content, this is a channel that we speak our minds for free. Nobody's going to judge you, nobody, just speak anything so that we get to know. And if you want to reach me, I have an Instagram, a chef_Matiko official page. My official page is chef_Matiko on Instagram, and of course I have a TikTok again, chefmatiko.ke. Kenya, chefmatiko.ke is my TikTok, so you can all reach me there. If you want to send me a message, get me there. All right, so my favorite people, thank you for joining, and of course I'm going to say bye until next time. Adios, hasta luego.